And I think the typical evolution student is anyone who's willing to sort of give their learning a new mindset and take that next step that's a little scary sometimes because you don't get to expect what's coming, but it's very worth it.
Was having my brother do it 3 years ago, and he thought it was an amazing program on the fact that he was able to work in a group that was all like bonded together and could have many different challenges that may come up, but as being such like a tight-knit group, they can just like solve problems together. It's not just all put on one person. And I would say the typical evolutions like person that would thrive in the program is someone who's very open-minded and someone who can not just work well in a group, but can take ownership of their own learning and really realizing that this is what I want to do, so I'm going to take as much ownership over what I'm doing as I can.
So I heard about evolutions when I was in middle school when it first started, and as soon as I heard about it, I knew I wanted to do it. And I just think that it really can be for anyone who doesn't think that the typical learning style is the best for them and is not the best way that they can show off their skills.
What drew me to Evolutions was that I knew a couple people that had been in the program, and they described it as a program that was very different from what your typical schooling would be, and that it was in this larger community of up to 40 kids that you gain a relationship over the course of the year that becomes tighter than your average classroom because you're with each other every single day for 4 to 5 blocks. And I always wanted that as a community, and as well as it not being more test and quiz based but being more project based. That was really helpful for me because I struggle with studying and tests and quizzes.
I think the typical evolution student is somebody who really wants to challenge the norm of the normal school day. I think that when you go to school, you have this mindset that you have to go to class and you have to kind of follow this certain order. But for an evolution student, there's someone who wants to experience something different, do something better for the world, make a change. And I think the Evolutions program is a place where kids can be inspired, so anybody really that has an interest or an inspiration that they want to explore outside of school, and they can bring it inside their academic learning.
What drew me to Evolutions was the community and how you're in the same classes with the same group of kids for the whole year, and that drew me in because I knew that I would get close, like become close friends with a lot of kids in my class, and I wouldn't have to worry about like having a friend in a class, and the fact that it's project-based learning, so there wasn't like quizzes and tests and like memorizing stuff.
And Grace, what about for you?
What drew me into Evolutions was, same with Liz, definitely the community and how close the community is. I met so many good friends that I never thought I would like be so close with so many people in the same class. And definitely the teachers. Like all my friends that took Evolutions the year before me talked Evolutions up so much and said like how the teachers become like your second parents, and like Evolution becomes like your second home.
Sort of like the openness and the idea that you can sort of do stuff your own way, probably what drew me in the most. Yeah, and just sort of like the idea that like people were trying to do stuff in a different way, because sort of like sick of doing it the same regular way every single year. Just wanted to like do something different, try something new. If you're sort of curious about your own learning, like you're actually a little more self-motivated, or if you want to be more self-motivated, then it can either like provide you the space to do stuff or sort of show you how you can do it.